If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Yo, GMS fam, the green room, what's going on? Yes, we got the smoke in the air. The smoke is in the air. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing today, man? It's Friday. We back to the weekend, baby. How y'all doing out there? I see you, Trey979. I see you, Lady Aries. You know, we start off every show with peace, love, and positive energy. All that good shit, passing it forward and hoping that you do the same. Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all preparing yourselves for a great weekend. I'm happy, man. It's nice outside. It's a little cold in Minnesota, but it's nice outside, man. I cannot complain. Hope y'all feeling the same way. Hope y'all packing up and rolling up your trees, man, because we got to talk about some shite today. Some pure shite. Now, for those of you who know who Stephen A. Smith is, what up, Maryland Bears? This man does not cease to amaze me when it comes to his commentary and his bias and the way that he makes sure he makes his bosses happy by going hard on certain individuals and taking it light on others. And I don't have to say specifics for you to know exactly what I'm talking about. We know what type of person Stephen A. Smith is. Now, what's up, the one? We seen what happens when people overly challenge Stephen A. Smith on a show that's all surrounded by debates and arguments. He'll go to the head of the whole entire company and make sure you get up out of here. As long as he's making them happy and doing what he's supposed to do. Eating from his doggy bowl inside the big office in ESPN, they gonna try to get him to stay on the air as long as he can, as long as he's saying things that they want him to say. Now, over the past few weeks, Jay Williams and Stephen A. Smith have been going back and forth with each other. And it's not even, and I think it's beyond just talking about sports. Now we're looking at a moral standpoint on whose morals is, who stands on the right shit. Who's moral high ground, or who has the most common sense at this point. And I think, as you can see the look on Jay Williams' face, that he has been highly disgusted with Stephen A. Smith over the past, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks. So as you know, Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets point guard, he decided not to take the juice, therefore resulting in him not being able and eligible to play for the Brooklyn Nets, which is because of a mandate that was made by New York. Kyrie made that decision, a personal decision for himself. And the way that Stephen A. responded to that, well, let me remind you.
Well, here's the deal. There's a couple of things. Number one, to throw this out there, New York and California, mainly San Francisco and Los Angeles, is the two cities, and along with New York City, are the only ones with the mandate at this particular moment in time. I do not believe that will last. I ultimately think that that is something that would spread, no pun intended, and as a result, you'll see restrictions and mandates being handed down across NBA cities throughout this country. That's what I believe, personally, even though some people would ask why those are only 3 cities with the mandate at this particular moment in time. That's something we could get into another day. You also have some people out there that are talking about how Kyrie Irving will have a huge lawsuit, you know, and he'll win or whatever. Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that either, okay? Here's the bottom line. What you went to last, Marcus, when you talked about Kyrie Irving has earned over $200 million in his career, probably more. Here's the reality. That's really why you're taking this position. You see, this is the kind of stuff that annoys me. And I remember I've said this on numerous occasions when people were talking about, you know, you got players that come into the league and they talk about keeping it real, being authentic and all of this other stuff. And I remember when one player, I brought up how he rolled up in the draft. And you rolled up in the draft and you had on suits and your hair was cut just nice and you were looking sharp as hell and the whole stuff. Why? Because you were trying to get your money. Then once you got your money, now you want to tell everybody about being real and potentially compromising their bottom line because you no longer have to be concerned about yours. See, that's where the selfishness comes in here. The selfishness also comes in here when you're talking about leaving your teammates hanging. And all I'm saying is at the end of the day, when you talk about a voice, listen, Kyrie spoke to the media, Jay. He said it's a privacy matter. That's what he said. He had an opportunity to explain himself. He continues to get opportunities to explain himself. But he's saying, excuse me, it's a privacy matter, respect my privacy. So what voice is he talking about?
But Stephen, can I ask you a quick question on this one, my man?
Sure.
And I'm pro-vaccine. I've taken a vaccine. I'm double vaxxed.
So have I.
But you said that he's selfish. Doesn't he have the right to be selfish to do what he wants to do for Kyrie? He hasn't said anything. He hasn't came out and said that other people should not. He hasn't said anything at all.
I'm answering your question. Your question. Of course he has the right. That's the part that annoys me. When people say he has a right, you act like us criticizing him is us saying he doesn't have the right. He does have the right. Absolutely. But he also has the right to be called out for it. Just like somebody has the right to be real. Well, guess what? There's various levels of real. You can be real stupid. You can be real dumb. You can be real selfish. You can be real hypocritical. There's a whole bunch of levels of realness out there in the real world. Nobody is questioning Kyrie's right to take the position that he's taken. What I'm talking about as a person that loves the game of basketball, that's looking forward to the Brooklyn Nets trying to win a championship. I can't believe that you're sitting here, and then he brings up research and all of this other stuff. Well, damn it, it's more than 19 months that this pandemic has been going on. How much research do you need? We've heard players bringing up research and how they're going to talk to their teammates as if their teammate is an epidemiologist or somebody. There's certain things that are just ridiculous, and that needs to be said.
And that wasn't even it on that. There's more. Hold on.
What's your reaction to Kyrie's message?
Well, I think it's all over the place. But I want to make sure I take the position
and I'm doing this for a reason. I'm playing this for a reason because I need y'all to see the difference between how Stephen A. responded to Kyrie, who made a choice, opposed to Aaron Rodgers. Y'all know who Aaron Rodgers is, superstar quarterback, Green Bay Packers, all that shit. Versus how Aaron Rodgers lied. Please pay attention.
Says leave Kendrick Perkins and Jay Williams up on the screen because I want to see them when I'm talking to them and I'm talking to America here. You know, Jay and I First of all, Jay and I are fine for those fools out there that think we got a problem. They don't realize we brothers. They don't understand.
Nah, shut the fuck up. You said the same thing about Max Kellerman, and then you went straight to the office and said, get his ass up out of there. Shut the fuck up, you conniving ass snake. And I know Jay Williams don't believe that either.
We good. Here's the thing that people are not getting, and I want to make sure that I'm clear about. I am no anti-vaxxer. I have been vaccinated. Jay's been vaccinated. I think Kendrick Perkins, I know you have. And we all believe you should get vaccinated. But I am no anti-vaxxer. Let me be very, very clear about that.
What up, High Def?
I have an issue with Kyrie Irving. And by the way, as I tried to say yesterday, but I'll say today, it ain't about the vaccine. It's about what I label to be his selfishness when it comes to being a teammate of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and the rest of the crew with the Brooklyn Nets. That is the issue for me. If you don't want to take the vaccine, that's your choice. You are absolutely right. It's a personal choice, and it's other people's choice to react whatever way they want to. I choose to focus on a couple of things here. Kyrie Irving has been in this league for damn near 10 years, if I remember correctly, about 10 years now. He's played over 70 games 3 times. This is the same Kyrie Irving that got hurt before the global pandemic became official, essentially, and before the season was brought to a halt. When the season was scheduled to resume in a bubble, he was a vice president in a players association who had encouraged people not to participate in play in Orlando in the bubble. But he did so on his own without talking to CP3 and them and letting them know what his position was going to be publicly. They had to find out like the rest of us. He didn't play then. Then he's gone, so you take into account he got hurt and had only played 20 games. He got hurt, season gets halted. What does he do? He comes back 10 months later, 10 months after the season was resumed in December. Another season, started in December. And 2 weeks in, 7 games into the season,
he's talking a bunch of bullshit right now.
Irving needs a break, disappears for personal reasons, initially didn't tell the coach or anybody else, okay? Knew he was supposed to come back, got caught partying with his sister. You understand what I'm saying?
He was at a wedding. The narrative, he pushes the narrative just like those supremacist motherfuckers. Talking about out caught partying with his sister. He was at a wedding. His family's wedding. Something that, hey, I'm not gonna miss. That's my family. That's my sister. But see, it's little things like that that makes Stephen A. the type of person that he is, and why we know what team he's riding for. Now, I want y'all to hear this part. Just listen.
At a party, all right, where you were exposed to all of that contact tracing and stuff like that, where KD even had to be pulled from some games because accidentally or whatever, they found that he could have potentially been exposed. So you had all of these things going on. My point is transition that to where we are now. And where we are now is yet another reason why Kyrie Irving isn't playing basketball. KD is in Brooklyn because of you. James Harden, to a lesser degree, is in Brooklyn because of you. You helped bring these brothers together. And that's where I'm coming from. It is my belief. I'm not trying to say forget the vaccine because I understand that's a part of this discussion. Again, but what I'm focusing on and what I want people to know that I'm focusing on about Kyrie Irving is I believe you helped assemble all of this and you've left these dudes hanging yet again. Now, we can sit up there and say this has nothing to do with everything else that's going on in this past. Fair enough. But the one consistent common denominator that is inescapable is A, Kyrie Irving is a distraction. B, it usually involves him missing time on the job, which he signed up to do, which he encouraged other people to do, which he's getting $35 million a year to play. These are all the things that I'm pointing to. And that's where I want to go from there before we even get into what he said last night. Floor is y'all's.
Now, let's listen to Stephen A. Smith, the same person, right, who had all that to say about Kyrie Irving after Kyrie made a decision for himself not to do something as drastic as this. And trust me, hey, D Rich, it's not about being afraid. It's about the YouTube algorithms. You gotta remember what platform we're on. And if you know about the algorithms, they pay attention to certain words. And they will either demonetize you or get your video blocked for saying certain things. So it's not about being afraid. It's about making sure the message still gets out there without having an ego. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Everybody in the chat knows exactly who I'm talking about. So let's hear how Stephen A's tone changes. Now, Jay Williams wasn't on the panel at the time when he was talking about Aaron Rodgers. He was in the back listening, which is why he took notes and had to say what he had to say.
How bad does Aaron Rodgers look this morning?
Well, we all know where I stand with Aaron Rodgers. I'm the one that coined the phrase, he's a bad man, because he is. I think as a talent, one could easily say he's the greatest talent at the position. I know this.
Wow. Just immediately guzzled nuts. Immediately guzzled nuts.
One of the hardest days I've ever had because I got that much love for this brother as a quarterback.
Oh, my God.
Aaron Rodgers.
Listen.
One of the hardest days.
He said, listen how hard he goes for those people. He said this is one of the hardest days he's ever had to go through.
This is one of the hardest days I've ever had because I got that much love for this brother as a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers looks very bad today for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, my God.
Aaron Rodgers is a liar. Period.
Listen how he said that shit. If it was Kyrie, this motherfucker's whole forehead would have been bulging red talking about some, Kyrie is a liar. The man is a liar. A full-fledged, blatant liar. He be screaming on black men, but look at this. Listen how he called Aaron Rodgers a liar and hardly wanted to say it at that.
Aaron Rodgers is a liar. Period. He lied through his teeth with a smirk on his face and regarding a matter that is very, very serious. Now, I'm not going to get into vaccination or unvaccinated because everybody's got their theories and their views or whatever. I'm double vaccinated. It's something that obviously I've taken a position after going to an ICU unit and seeing a whole bunch of black folks in there and how it was disproportionately affecting the black community. I've talked about that story and I've told that story, but I've also been receiving calls over the last few weeks, particularly involving Kyrie Irving and others, where you've got people that have made very potent cases in reverse. Got all of that, not trying to go there. This is not about Aaron Rodgers being vaccinated or unvaccinated. This is about Aaron Rodgers looking at reporters and looking into the cameras with a smirk on his face and telling a bald-faced lie. Period. And that's where this is bad. Because when you are considered a liar, okay, you lied about that, so what else did you lie about? You lied about Gutekunst? You lied about what was going on with the Green Bay Packers? What else you been lying about? Because you did it with such ease, such fluidity. I mean, I'm saying, it was just very, very impressive. And it was slick as hell. Yeah, I'm immunized. You take the Pfizer, Moderna.
And he even giving them props on how he lied. Stephen A is even giving this man props on how he lied. He called my man smooth with it. He's literally giving this man props on how he lied.
And
ain't no visceral, ain't no phlegm, ain't no flame, ain't no sparks coming from this man's throat as he speaks on Aaron Rodgers.
It was slick as hell. Yeah, I'm immunized. You take the Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, all right? According to the NFL,
you damn right.
You're not
Darrell Brown says he deserves the hairline he got. You motherfucking right.
You knew this, but never said anything. The Packers are culpable too, because they knew it. And you were still addressing the media without wearing a mask. You weren't following NFL protocols. I heard somebody on the radio, I think, talking about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is not vaccinated. We all know this. He's got a mask when he's on the sidelines. He's got a mask when he goes on the field. and he's greeting other players. He's got a mask when he's addressing the media, etc. So Carson Wentz was following protocol. As a football player, understanding NFL guidelines, but recognizing the fact that he didn't want to get vaccinated. So as a result, this is what he did. Aaron Rodgers wanted the best of both worlds. He didn't want to follow the protocol, but at the same time, he didn't tell everybody that he was required to follow the protocol because he gave the impression that he was vaccinated. I don't like sitting here and saying that. I love me some Aaron Rodgers. Everybody knows that.
Oh, my God.
Religiously.
Oh, my God, bro. Listen to him. Listen to him. Let me play that back. Did that not sound like the dude that is in Mass's house right now? Replace Aaron Rodgers with Masson when you hear this line. Listen.
Don't like sitting here and saying that. I love me some Aaron
Massa.
Rodgers. Everybody knows.
Let me say that. Let me play that again.
Saying that. I love me some Aaron.
Massa. Does that not sound like that?
Vaccinated. I don't like sitting here and saying that. I love me some Aaron Rodgers. Everybody knows that. I religiously and continuously throughout the years, Molly, you can attest to this, has come to this man's defense time and time and time again. But you lied, and you were slick with it.
Well, he wanted people to believe that he was vaccinated.
That's lying.
That's lying. That's what I do think that's interesting.
He's lying, and that's
so he clearly doesn't feel that good about his decision because he could have just owned it or not answered it.
But the fact that he didn't own it speaks to his character.
Exactly.
And it's not going to stop at this because now that your character has become a question mark, now they're going to question everything.
And listen, like,
I don't want to hear nothing else. Because now it's time for Jay Williams to take the floor now. We done heard enough from you, Stephen A. Snitch, Stephen A. Sniff, Aaron Rodgers, butt looking ass. Boy, you need to get some act right. And Jay Williams is the person to give you that. Now, for the people that said this was scripted, I'm telling you right now, the way that Jay Williams looked on this shit, the whole that face, you can tell that Jay Williams had enough at this point. This was the point because you got to understand, if you pay attention to how him and Jay Williams go back and forth, Stephen A. and Jay Williams, Jay will call Stephen on his bluff, but he will tend to back down a lot because of the simple fact that he understands Stephen A.'s role on the show and his position. But I think now Jay Williams got to the point where he said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not finna do it. I'm not about to sit here and tuck my tail. This guy needs somebody to let him know who he is to his face before I leave this building. Because he already knows Stephen A. is in the office already talking about, hey, we need to do something with Jay Williams. And Jay and Max Kellerman working together on a show. So you already know Max has told, or they had conversations with Jay Williams already about Stephen A. Smith's character. You don't need the public for that. The public don't need to steer your judgment on Stephen A. Smith. You can watch that. That's another thing I hate. When notable individuals like Stephen A. Smith will try to make it seem like there's this narrative that is put out there about him, like we don't see this man talking for himself. That's the same shit. Now, I'm not trying to get political or nothing like that. I don't give a fuck if you supported this guy or not. But that's what I was saying. The same shit the same shit applies to motherfuckers when it comes to Trump. And I'm not dissing nobody. I'm not whatever. But that's the same type of shit. Stephen A. Smith is just that type of guy to go against somebody knowing damn well, and you heard earlier in this show when he said that don't worry about me and Jay. Y'all talking about me and Jay, we fine, we brothers. No, you said the same thing about Max, and look what you ended up doing. Now, people always talk about a narrative. It's not about a narrative. It's about who you show yourself as. Motherfuckers would be like, motherfuckers talk about this and that, but you don't know what they've done behind the scene. I don't care about that. This is the person that they are portraying to be on their show every single day. Stephen A has not shown me anything less than being a fucking coward. Now watch how Jay Williams responded when he came onto the show and got his chance to say what he needed to say to Stephen A. Smith. Listen to what he said.
How does the Rodgers situation
straight bodied him
to Kyrie's?
It doesn't. They are drastically different.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is exponentially worse. There was not only a lie, there was an intent to lie. And just a couple of things for you, Stephen A., because we obviously have this gripe. I have this gripe with you.
Because it's both of us.
Yeah, it's fine. I wrote down some things that you said here.
Sure.
So 3.5 weeks ago, you said it amounts to betrayal for Kyrie. You said, quote, flat out stupid as relates to what he's doing. Quote, bad teammate. Quote, selfish. October 16th on CNN. To the hell with you. You say all these things about Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving was very upfront and honest about what his situation was. Mm-hmm. He wasn't jeopardizing anybody else. He didn't put anybody else on the Brooklyn Nets and their team at risk. When he was allowed to be around the team, he had his mask on. He abided by all the rules. But he was subject to mass criticism by you, animated criticism by you.
Animated.
And then I'm in the green room, and I watch you, and I see your points that you had against Aaron Rodgers, and I appreciate the stance by calling him a liar. I just didn't feel the same venom. I didn't feel the same energy that was associated with Kyrie Irving. And a part of me wonders, why? How come you don't hold Aaron Rodgers to the same, who lied on national, looked reporters in the eye and said, yeah, I'm immunized.
Okay.
Why not? I don't understand that.
I can answer it. You ready?
Yes.
Well, first of all,
I came here to hear your answer.
Okay, well, first of all, number one, I wasn't sitting across from you talking about Aaron Rodgers. I was sitting across from Bart Scott and Dan
Yo, see, this is a professional deflector. This is a professional goalpost mover. He asked him a simple question as to why he didn't give Aaron Rodgers, the man that he loved so much and that was so smooth and lying. He had one job, and that was to answer that one question. You know what he did? The first thing that a person in his position will do to a person like Jay Williams is try to demean their position on that show. Now, for those who didn't catch it, the fact that he even brought up the fact that he wasn't sitting across Jay Williams and was sitting across two other people was letting Jay Williams know his position on that network. Now, let's see where he goes from here.
Who both agreed with me. You and I were arguing, so that might have had something to do with my intensity level.
Okay.
To answer that question.
Okay.
Nah. Fuck that. Don't use the fact that people agree with you as a way to escape who you are when you talk about black men. Fuck the argument. You get loud on people for nothing. But when it came to Aaron Rodgers, you made sure that you had a front row seat to his ass cheeks.
That's number one. Number two, let's go down the list about what I'm saying because, again, I've been on the record. Aaron Rodgers is a liar. Aaron Rodgers should be suspended.
He said that.
Period. I don't know how much stronger I can be than that.
Okay.
Now, that's number three.
I heard Bart say he should be suspended. I heard you tack on that. I didn't heard you lead.
All right.
No, I hear you, but listen to me.
Right.
When you set arguments now, when you feel passionately about something, you would say he should be suspended.
No. What I'm saying to you is that you and I were getting into an intense argument. Bart Scott, myself, and Dan Orlovsky were agreeing with one another. So what I'm saying is the level of intensity, which is what you brought up, since you were questioning my lack of intensity.
Yes.
I'm telling you why. Now I'm back with you again. Do I sound like I sound with Bart?
It sounds like you're passionate now, like you care.
Because I'm sitting across from you. So again, to make my point, I feel that way about Aaron Rodgers. But let me tell you what the difference is, because you and I, see, this is where everybody gets confused about. They act like we talking about the vaccine. No, we weren't talking about it. The argument was, and to some degree it has something to do with the vaccine, do I believe that Kyrie Irving owes Kevin Durant and James Harden them to be there? You damn right. That's where you and I disagree. Because Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden are in Brooklyn because of Kyrie Irving.
Not once did he get this. You see him already getting loud. Look, it hasn't got heated yet. The first person to always start growling and getting phlegmy in the throat is Stephen A. Smith, which he is doing right now, and across from another black man, because another black man is challenging him about his stance and how he goes light on Aaron Rodgers. He knows what it's going to look like. Stephen A. likes to protect that side of him. That's why he always show up the day after getting his blackness tested with an HBCU jacket on. Fuck out of here.
You know this. You know this. You know this.
Go ahead.
Kevin Durant, they can lie all they want.
Bullshit.
They can say whatever they want to say. Kevin Durant and them boys led folks to believe they were going to the Knicks. They were going to the Garden. Kyrie Irving is the one that was like, oh, let's make our own legacy. Let's do this. Now, I understand it wasn't a pandemic at that particular moment in time. I understand that a pandemic changes the course of things. But what I'm also saying is there's a whole bunch of people that didn't want to take the vaccine for the Brooklyn Nets. There's a whole bunch of people that didn't want to subject themselves to that. But they said, yo, we came here trying to win a chip. This is what we're trying to do. So my position, not yours, my position is, since you're the one that got them there, you should be riding right there with them. That's my position.
Okay.
The other point that I'm making is this, and I stand by this. And there are a lot of people that have called and been in support of Kyrie Irving, and I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is not exponentially worse, because let me be clear, I agree with you with that. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is worse because he lied and Kyrie was honest.
Yes.
He lied and Kyrie was honest.
Yes.
And Kyrie was honest. But that's
Backed against the corner, you had to say it, boy.
not my point. My point is, this is the first discussion I'm having about comparing the two. I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is not worse than Kyrie, but what I am saying about Kyrie also is that last several years, this brother want to show up to work when he want to show up to work. There's always an excuse. There's always an excuse not to show up to work. I believe, Jay, let me put this, Jay.
Don't go there. Don't do this.
This is how I feel. You said it. This is how I feel. I believe if it wasn't the vaccine, it'd be something else that got Kyrie Irving missing games.
It's fine. You're allowed to believe it.
That's what I believe. I got evidence,
That's
though.
stupid as
and
fuck.
You do, too.
That's
Yes,
so
you do.
stupid.
Past behavior?
Yes. Yes.
Was Kyrie Irving available last year in the playoffs before he got
In
hurt?
the play, I'm not talking playoffs. He was available in the playoffs. He was available in the playoffs, yes.
He was
available in the playoffs.
Okay.
He wants to come to work when he wants to come to work. You were at Brooklyn last night, right?
I was there.
at Brooklyn. I was at the game last night, too, right? Yeah. How we feel about that crowd? Don't you feel like it's dead up in there compared to the Garden?
Definitely.
Why does Stephen A. act like we're not talking about the fact that he made a decision based off of what he was about to put in his body? He acting like Kyrie popped up one day and said, you know what, I just want to take a leave of absence from the Brooklyn Nets. No. We talking about the fact that there was a whole mandate and something that he already said he was not trying to take. And Stephen A. continues, and I noticed this, and I want to bring this point up because people keep forgetting the fact that this happened. Kyrie said out of his own mouth that the league, he was told as a player by the league that they did not have to take it. Kyrie was ready to play ball. Kyrie was like, you know what, we don't have to take it. I can abide by it. That's another thing. He was abiding by all the rules, wearing his mask, being safe, and doing all the safe things he had to do without having to take it. And being told in the beginning of the year that he didn't have to, and then all of a sudden shit changing because of the team he's on. Knowing they already knew he didn't want to take it. Now y'all saying he has to be forced to take it to have to play on the team that he wants to play for? Why does Stephen A. keep missing that point just to try to be like he's abandoning his team? You keep forgetting the reason why. Why do you think he wants to start the narrative with saying, we're not talking about the vaccine? No, that's the whole point of why he's not playing. You can't dismiss that. So when we're talking about his choices, we're not just talking about his personal choice to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to take a hiatus. No, it was because there was a whole mandate in place for him to take something that he didn't want to take and put in his body. And everybody has a choice. Just like you said, Stephen A., you believe in people's choices. But you still trying to make Kyrie look like a villain to your viewers while trying to protect your savior, Aaron Rodgers, from some type of scrutiny other than him being a liar, which is very apparent. You had a lot of other shit to say about Kyrie Irving. You called him stupid, selfish, all types of shit. So I don't get why just because you love Aaron Rodgers that he escaped The venom. I don't understand.
Don't you feel? It's definitely different. You know what? Let me tell you something. Kyrie can change that because he's a showstopper. He's box office.
Okay.
But you know
hey,
what?
by the way, if you just now tuning in, this is the GMS show. Shout out to everybody that watches faithfully. And if you are here new, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit me on my Cash App if you are feeling generous today. I would most appreciate it. That would help support the GMS show. I got some more things in the works. We're going to work on getting a bigger production and having more guests and more topics and just being more legit out here on YouTube. So if you want to support GMS, that's the way to do it, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep going.
Brothers missed.
Come back for me for a second because I don't want to go off on a tangent on the subject. Number one,
I was just answering your question about the intensity. All right.
Devontae Adams, you don't think he's relying upon Aaron Rodgers to do the right thing? The same accountability that you have Kyrie to Kevin Durant and James Harden? Aaron Jones, wait, Tom, let me finish. Aaron Jones, you don't think he wants to win
That's not a discussion because I agree with you.
Okay.
I said Aaron Rodgers is a liar. He should be suspended. He's lying.
Wait.
That's somebody else that doesn't want to see the point. How you gonna say I agree with you? No. He combated your point. The way that you just brought up Kevin Durant and the motherfuckers that play on the Nets, the way that you talk about them being abandoned, you didn't talk about the players on Green Bay. Because not only does he have to miss games, but Aaron Rodgers has to miss more games because he's not Vahid yet. He made a choice not to get it. So he's abandoning his team, right? Because he didn't get it. Instead of giving Jay Williams his point and seeing the contradictory in himself, he doesn't want to. His pride didn't allow him to do that.
What about him?
You don't think he's relying upon Aaron Rodgers to do the right thing? The same accountability that you have Kyrie to Kevin Durant and James Harden? Aaron Jones, wait, Tom, let me finish. Aaron Jones, you don't think he wants to win a Super Bowl?
That's not a discussion because I agree with you.
Okay.
I said Aaron Rodgers is a liar. He should be suspended. He's lying.
Wait, in Aaron Rodgers' defense, we, the media, did not know, but his teammates did know.
In Aaron Rodgers' defense, if you don't shut the fuck up, why are you coming to Aaron Rodgers' defense? The nigga lied. Tell him, shut the fuck up. What the fuck is this lady doing? She must be eating Stephen A. ass or something.
Yeah, I understand that.
I just want to make sure. So they knew that.
I don't even know if they knew.
Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones.
Okay, I don't even know if they knew.
People knew that he was unvaccinated. Within the organization, yes, they knew.
See, this
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That's fine. Thank you for clarifying that.
Well, you want to go? Or you want
No,
me to
go ahead.
Dan, you want to jump in here?
I'm sorry, I didn't know Dan was there. My fault, Dan. I'm so locked in here.
You're good, Jay. I think that the word Jay used, accountability, does matter here. Jay, are you more upset that he didn't get the vaccine, or are you more upset that he said he's immunized?
No, the vaccination aspect of this, that's not a problem with me at all. Like,
so
that's his
you're saying since he said I'm immunized, that's your issue?
Yes, because immunized would imply that you are vaccinated when that is not the case.
Yeah, so I said this in the first hour.
Watch this guy try to move the goalposts. Another one of Stephen A's little minions. First of all, the fact that he even said immunized after somebody blatantly asked him if he was vaccinated. Think about that. He lied. He should have said no, he wasn't. He said I'm immunized. What?
I need to hear from Aaron. Like, I need to hear why he used that phrasing in that moment. Because if his teammates knew that he was not vaccinated, and the NFL knew that he was not vaccinated in the organization.
What is it, the complexion for the protection of the collection, huh?
I need to hear that. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know exactly what NFL players can and cannot do when it comes to vaccine and not vaccinated status because it's not my responsibility to know right now. I'm not an NFL player. I don't know if protocol was broken.
You're a sports analysis. You're a sports analyst. You're supposed to know things about sports. You're supposed to know what's going on in sports. You giving a bullshit-ass excuse to try to hug on Aaron Rodgers' nuts and try to protect Stephen A's hairline is very horrible. And I think the simple fact that people are trying to give this man a pass for something that should have been deemed as detrimental goes to show you what this shit is about and what this shit is targeting. That shit's crazy. There's a little more. There's a little bit more. There's a little bit more.
Talking about the double standard for Kyrie Irving versus Aaron Rodgers on their unvaccination status. Stephen A., we'll start with you.
First of all, what I would say to my brother Jay, who I love, is this. You know what? You can stop being that damn sensitive when it comes to Kyrie Irving, because you ain't got too much sympathy.
This is when the gloves come off. He told him to quit being so sensitive about Kyrie Irving, because guess who's actually sitting there hurt inside? Because he knows how he looks to the community he keeps trying to save face with, that already threw him to the fucking trash. You've already been pushed away from the cookout. Like, you was the guy that was like standing over in the field with a beer or something, with a red cup of something and a plate in your hand, trying to find somebody to have a conversation with at the cookout. And then all of a sudden you got mad because nobody wanted to fuck with you. So now you starting to talk more shit. And now people's like, you know what? Just get the fuck away from the park. We don't just get the fuck out of here. Take your drink with you. Take your food with you. Get the fuck out of here. Don't bring your ass back. See, that type of stuff gets to him when he looks a certain way to the community, even though he knows what he does on that platform every day. It touches his spirit. So watch how he came at Jay Williams and watch this back and forth.
Ain't got too much sympathy, and I'm going to tell you why. Nobody has let Aaron Rodgers off the hook. It just happened. It just happened. This is the first day we've all had an opportunity to talk about it. And damn it, before he's had a chance to pass gas, we said, yo, you a liar. You know, and people are speculating, wait, we got to find out the protocols because it looked like you should be suspended. I mean, damn, it just happened. That's number one. And the heat ain't going to subside. They going to come at Aaron Rodgers because millions of people are offended by what he tried to pull. Okay, that's number one. Number two, Kyrie Irving. Let's get back to him. Because you see, I'm getting sick of all of the noise about Kyrie Irving.
Take your raisins and collard greens with you.
He the victim.
I've never called Kyrie Irving
I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did. Just like you weren't talking about me, I'm not talking about you directly. But there's a lot of people that are saying that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And here's the reason why. Kyrie is a showstopper. Kyrie's box office, spectacular. Damn it, they miss him. Let's call it what it is. Brooklyn ain't the same without him. I've said before, and I said it again, they in Brooklyn because of him, which you know. And as a result, they're a championship contender. We all know. We talk about it. And by the way, you and I are going to talk about Golden State Warriors one day. I think the Warriors going to win it all. I think the Warriors going to win it all. But we'll talk about that another day. If one team is going to stop him, it's Brooklyn with Kyrie. Without Kyrie, there's going to be a bigger challenge. Harden's got to play better. We know all of that. But you're possibly costing this team. Possibly costing this team. A team you put together. And the reason why I won't let you ignore history, I'm going to go back to last year.
Oh, my God.
There was a riot at the U.S. Capitol. Kyrie used that as an excuse to take off 2 weeks. Now, when are we going to stop making excuses? I mean, this is ridiculous. There's a riot at the U.S. Capitol. You were working. I was working. You were on the air with me. Max was sitting right there. Everybody was working. Business is business. You weren't at the riots. You weren't on Capitol Hill. Every damn time you turn around, there is an excuse for this man not to work. That is what I said. People have called me in defense of him. People who love him very dearly and respect him. And because I love and respect them, I laid off. But I also made sure to make it very, very clear to them.
in the meeting room right now beating his meat.
About the vaccine.
That's right, Stephen A.
I understand.
Get on his ass, Stephen A.
I had reservations about it. I took it. You had reservations about it. You took it. Millions of people. The Nets had reservations about it. They took it. But he want to stand his ground. Respect. Okay. You have a right to do that. We can dislike it when you take into account the other things you did to put things in place where people felt compelled to make these sacrifices because of the commitments that preceded all of this pandemic stuff. And so here we are once again, Kyrie doing things his way at the expense of other people. He's done it before. I understand this is an entirely different situation because you're putting something into your body, which is something that you've articulated to me. But I am saying to you, your point would be far more profound if there wasn't a history of Kyrie Irving as a backdrop to show this man finds multiple excuses not to fulfill his responsibilities.
Can I get in there?
Get him, Jay.
Go ahead. Can I
get
have
him,
a single
Jay.
Shot? Can I request a single shot like you for a second?
Sure.
I want everybody to know Stephen A. Smith is the best in the game of television. He is the best in the game of television. I wanted to say that first off, SA, because I watched you when you opened the show. I know who you are. I know when you get passionate about things.
I wish y'all could see his face right now. I would play it, but I know YouTube would block me. That's the only reason why I haven't played any video today, because I don't want this to get blocked. I want this to be seen. I want this one day to come across Stephen A. Smith's screen so that he can hear me call him a fading hairline piece of shit. Also, I wish y'all could see it. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me show y'all his face. I'm gonna hide the screen. I'm gonna just show y'all his face right now and how he looks for 2 seconds. Just look at that. Look at his face. And matter of fact, look at the way he leaned in to even to look at this man. He's giving up. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to sit there and be a detriment to his own character at the end of the day. That's a man. That's the look of a man who refuses to end up like a Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. Look at that man's face. Look how he leaned in to talk to Stephen A. Smith. Then I got to block the screen again.
I wanted to say that first off, SA, because I watched you when you opened the show.
Look how you leaned in.
I know who you are. I know when you get passionate about things. I know when you say things with conviction. Your opening line of the show was, you know, Aaron Rodgers, my guy, man. This, you know, it's tough. It's my guy. He's a liar. So it's not just what you say, because you did call him a liar, but brother, how you say things matter. Mm-hmm. So when I hear you spit venom with energy and passion, and when I hear you say that he's a liar, I wouldn't have said it like that. Because if I put myself in Stephen A. Smith's body, I would have said he looked people in the eye and he lied. He flat out lied. He said, yes, I am immunized. I am. And then I feel, you know, I understand people, those guys, not referring to himself as one of those guys, he was one of those guys. So that energy that you start a conversation with, it matters to people like me. Because you know why? You set the tone for this network, for thousands of people that watch you. I think that's important. Can you understand that point? That's one. Number two, on the Kyrie Irving stuff. Kyrie Irving didn't even say anything for the longest time. He didn't say anything. This man just disappeared. And every day, it was Kyrie this, Kyrie that, Kyrie this, Kyrie that. And I get it, when he finally spoke, he didn't have the right words. It didn't come out the right way. But damn, the intent was there. So now my thing is, when I'm watching this, and I'm watching all this other stuff happen, here I was watching a man that came out and flat out lied. With intent. Lied. This is how I feel. And I watched Kyrie kind of waver, go back and forth. I'm like, but man, we just chastised this dude for wavering, but this man is lying. And I just want to make sure we keep the same energy. That's all I ask for. I want exponential energy, actually. I want more energy than what you gave Kyrie, because that's deserving of it. I just want to make sure you carry it. Could you carry that torch, brother?
Well, a couple.
Now, first of all, round of applause for Jay Williams, because I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong for OG ESPN watchers or people that watch First Take, I don't think there's been anybody technically who has really called out Stephen A. on his shit and really like analyzed Stephen A. Smith to his face. To say that he was back there really watching him, and then to tell Stephen A. what he should have did because of how he reacted to somebody else. I'm telling you, Stephen A. heart was probably pumping fast as shit. Because not only is he doing that, he didn't have to disrespect Stephen A. Smith by saying that. That's what really gets to people. Because it's easy to disrespect somebody, it's easy to go back and forth, it's easy to call names, it's easy to say whatever. But if somebody is getting you logically to the point where you can't think of anything else to say besides something that will help move the goalpost away from the fact that you will look like a hypocrite and a contradicting ass, push back, hairline having ass piece of shit. That's just, I mean, just listen to his response. Just let me listen to his response.
A couple of things. Yeah, okay, fine. I carry the torch. So you know what? I'm a pretty damn good pro at this.
I know you are.
I know what I'm doing.
I just gave you your flowers.
Let me say this to you. The video of Aaron Rodgers saying what he said, I saw at the moment we showed that to start off the show. Kyrie Irving, when we were talking about him, we can pull up the tape. You didn't see me get intense until you and I were arguing
Look
about
at
it.
that.
I was
He's
very
talking about
calm
them
and
too.
stating my position about Kyrie Irving.
He gonna blame
until
Jay
you and I
Williams.
started arguing, because you weren't on
come
that.
on,
Let me
man.
finish.
When you go into your Stephen A-isms now.
Time out. I'm giving you facts. I got tape.
Time out. He said, time out. I control the show. Shut the fuck up.
I'm saying the most intense I was sitting across from you because you were waving the pom-poms to Kyrie.
And that's how, first of all, fuck ESPN for doing that as well. These motherfuckers ended that clip with Stephen A saying that. That was the end of the clip right there, by him saying that he was waving his pom-poms for Kyrie. ESPN's dirty for that. And that's how you know that they want something to happen to the point where, hey, Jay Williams got to get lost. Jay Williams got to get up out of here. Jay Williams got to go. Let's play a clip where Stephen A looks good and where he looks like he's getting the last laugh. Let's do that. That was what ESPN was doing right there. Now, I don't know how else to put it besides the simple fact that Stephen A. Smith is not for the culture. Never has been. He will do exactly what he's supposed to do when his boss, a.k.a. Master ESPN, says, hey, jump. He gonna say, how high? Swim, how deep? Drive, how far? I'll do anything for you. I can't stand it, man. And that's why I had to, and that's another reason why I had to talk about it, because for one, Jay Williams, props, man. Again, round of applause, Jay Williams. We need people like that to challenge that. That's what the balance is, because they tend to have too many of these types of people, aka Stephen A. Smiths, in these positions, spewing this bullshit and building this narrative around certain people to make people look at them the way that they do, while saving other people's character and saving their faces. It's easy to come back from simply calling somebody a liar. All they got to do is apologize, but to take away what they lied about and to actually give them props on how they lied, and then to, in the same breath, talk about how you love that person and how this is one of the saddest days. He said it was one of the saddest days on television because of how much he loves Aaron Rodgers. He didn't even want to do it. He loves that man. He loves the people that writes those checks, and he loves the faces of the motherfuckers who don't look like the motherfuckers who have been challenging him for years. And I'll put it that way. Now, like I said, man, for those of you just tuning in, for those of you that are new here, this is the GMS Show. I am your host, Black GMS. What we do here is we have these shows. We search topics, man, current events. We review shows. I also do music reviews. I make beats as well. I do all types of shit. I'm just a multitasking ass son of a bitch. So if you didn't participate in the chat today, now is your time. What I do is I shout out everybody in the chat who participates. Put a GMS in the chat right now. Also, if you are tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you are feeling generous and support GMS. I appreciate you so much. I got a question for y'all. Hold on. Put a GMS in the chat and answer that question. I got a question for y'all. Answer that question right there. Also, somebody put the beat link in there, man. If somebody want to listen to GMS production, I got a link for y'all so y'all can go listen to GMS beats. Let me see, who's saying GMS? I see you. We got Zen Master in the building, Black Man America, JJ in the building, Vale in the building, Aries Baby G, the one, Lady Aries, C Mo, Will Major the second, Jeremiah S. Oh, he said, when is the workout session? All right, we gonna do that next week. We set it up for next week. We doing the GMS workout session. We can get on the Zoom together. I'm gonna pick a few people to get on Zoom. We gonna do some workouts, man. We gonna start this Black Health and get my people to actually start some trends for their families that can go on generations and generations and generations. All right, that's what I want to start doing as well. So make sure you tune in for that. I'm trying to drop some pounds my goddamn self. So I want to be an inspiration to people, and I also want to live what I speak. So make sure you pull up for that. Shout out to Jeremiah. Hey, Kid at Heart, Ty Ward, front page, Shy Girl 64, Aboriginal T, Maryland Barris, A Hop 1, Pedro Stotts in the building. This nigga's crazy. Deneen Hawkins, shout out to you. Y'all see that link right there? I'm about to pin that comment. I'm about to pin that comment to the top. Y'all click that link. There's GMS beats right there that you can listen to and that you can vibe out to. Shout out to Omega, Big Don Rich, Ty the Beneficiary. Uh-oh. I think somebody wants to make a return. Somebody wants to make a triumphant return. For the new people out there, I don't know if y'all know, but I got a roommate. He goes by the name of Olafambu. And Olafambu likes to talk to the chat at the end of the show. We scrapped, we fought a few weeks ago, so he's been MIA from the show because I kind of had to suspend him. You know, you don't fight your boss. But I want to bring him back, man. As long as he can obey and do what he's supposed to do, then he can come back frequently. All right. So y'all make sure y'all say what's up to Olafambu. Y'all ready? All right. Hold on. Let me go get him. Oh my God. Hello, my people. I am back. Me and this nigga GMS had a slight disagreement. A slight disagreement, but this is okay. We are brothers. You know, we can fight about things. He called my mustache too skinny. I don't know why he called my mustache too skinny, but that is what happened. Okay? But it's okay. We fought like men. We scrapped like a motherfucker. And then here we are today. Feeling the way that we feel. I am back with a vengeance. You motherfuckers are going to see me a lot more. So make sure that you fuck with GMS, okay? Make sure you follow him on his socials. You hit the like, you hit the subscribe, you hit the bell. Also make sure, oh God, my head. Fix my head, nigga. Make sure that you follow him on his socials and you hit the Cash App because that is very important, okay? Very, very important. We love you. We thank you. GMS family, the green room. We are out. Mother sucker.